So we are on 31 Days of Michael. Of course, I am the author, and I am now on Where Did You Go? This is a book about layers of grief, and I'm going to read this poem and tell you my commentary on it, and we'll just continue to go like this. So this is Where Did You Go? Where did you go? I waited for you today. I went to church, but you had already arrived. Dressed up, laid down, a striped shirt, slacks, closed eyes. I left, expecting you to follow, to stand for one last picture, so I wouldn't forget, but you were gone. I wandered through rows of green grass, black and white patterns on my dress, Mom silent, her eyes heavy with loss, Q in black too, Ty too? JT making small talk, but where were you? Could JT hold Mom together? Could anyone? Would anyone? I searched for you in faces, in voices, in the wind, and then I saw it. The name they wiped clean, etched in stone. Michael Lamar. Days later, I'm still stuck in the past. So this is the day of the funeral, and I just remember feeling like, you're with somebody almost every day to, it's sporadic to, literally you're in a space where the person's, they're there, but they're not even there. You can't even notice that they're not there. And for me, because my brother is always next to me or by me or like in the same room most of the time, to go to, he's in the same room but nothing's happening, was a real flat feeling. And I kept trying to figure out, like, people are talking about him, where is he? And it got down to the point of, like, when it says, like, to stand for one last picture, I really thought, like, this is going to change and it won't be like this. Like, he's going to just come out and all of this is going to be over, and this is just one alternative to what the ending would be like, but that's not necessarily what happened. Wearing those dresses, those patterns stick out to me because I kept looking at them and I kept thinking it was just so odd to have those clothes on. And if we're talking about Mike, like, why are we not wearing regular clothes? Like, why are we not doing regular things? And of course, for funerals, the American culture, for the most part, not all, is to wear black. And I kept thinking about, if he's supposed, you hear homegoing and things like that, like, shouldn't this be easier, nicer? Like, I don't know. It should be different. As a kid, you think a funeral should be different. And then also, as a child, all the adults are having their emotions. And it's like, you're a kid, so, and you don't have those emotions. And people expect you not to have those emotions. And so, who's there comforting the adults? And in my opinion, at the time, I was thinking, like, I thought the people who love you most are supposed to be there comforting you. However, they're experiencing the same type of pain. And so my aunts and uncles are upset too. And my mother's coworkers are upset. And so I'm like, okay, well, the only person left that may not feel too much should be our stepdad at the time. And I saw glimpses of him during it, but it was almost like we were kind of left alone. We weren't, but I mean, like, me, that's why I picked out my sister Q, Ty, because it just made sense to me that there should be some normalcy, and it wasn't. We were just shifted into spaces. We went from the church to the rows of green grass being a cemetery, and I remember feeling that grass and the dew on the grass and seeing the mound of dirt, and they kind of hide it, sort of. I mean, it's there, but it's like you don't even notice, and then you don't even realize that the ground is this deep hole. Then the casket shows up and you're like, whoa, what is happening? Like, what's going on with this process? And I'm standing there and I know there's other people, but I kind of felt like I was standing there by myself. Um, it's an isolating feeling. So I was just wondering, like, where did you go? Somehow you got out of this. And that really wasn't the case, because it was for him. And when I realized that, is when we left, of course, the stone wasn't finished. But after we came back, literally, like, I don't know, a day later, 2 days later, I don't know, whenever that stone arrived, and we visited him for the first time, and my mom was cleaning his site. It wasn't even dirty, but you know what I'm like, from the morning air, it was like, he's here. And I knew it, but it's like I didn't know it. It wasn't cemented physically for me, like, he's here, until I saw that basketball and the angel, and I'm like, okay, he's here. So there we go. Where did you go?